of fruit and vegetables, and then also all of their protein, so they eat things like birds, snakes, bugs, worms, lizards and scorpions. But here in captivity we feed them a range of fruit and vegetables, and then their protein, so we do mealworms, crickets, hard-boiled eggs and chicken. Now as you can see, they don't really like sharing. As soon as the food comes out, the family hierarchy is out the window, and every meerkat for themselves. So in captivity, meerkats can breed like rabbits. But out in the wild, they usually have their babies around springtime, because this is when food is going to be most abundant, so it's the most promising for rearing young. In captivity, as long as they have enough food and enough water and they feel safe, they can just breed up to 4 times a year. And in each litter, they have 4 to 6 pups. In a litter, in our past mum Savannah, she did have 4 litters in 1 year. That's where most of these guys came from. All of those litters that she had. So that's where most of these guys came from. Now, when meerkats are born, they're only about the size of a mouse. They're really cute, no hair or anything. Their eyes are closed, their ears are closed. And they usually stay in the burrows for the first 2 weeks of their lives. And all the other females take turns pitching in to keep an eye on the meerkat pups and making sure they're all okay and everything. And then after these 2 weeks, that's when you'll see the meerkats start venturing out of the burrows and coming out and learning how to be a meerkat, essentially, learning what to eat, learning how to communicate, and learning how to be on sentry duty and all the rest of it. Meerkats are pregnant for 74 days. And now this group unfortunately won't ever breed again, because as I said before, they're all related. So meerkats have scent glands behind their ears and under their tails, and they can smell this to decide family. So when they smell that and know that family, they won't breed with that meerkat. So this is just to keep their genetics nice and strong, making sure that they're strong as they possibly can be, to make sure they can protect themselves and their family in the wild. Now we could think about later introducing more meerkats for breeding purposes, but at the moment this family dynamic works for us really well. If we did want to introduce another meerkat, it's really up to these guys, whatever they want. At the moment, Charlie's in charge, and we all know not to mess with her. So that's it for my talk today. If you have any questions, I'll stick around and have a chat. Our next talk is at 11:30, and that's our lion show, just down past the cafe and the alligators. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
That is awesome. Hey, Gani!
Hello everyone, how are we all? Welcome to Hunter Valley Wildlife Park. My name is Charlotte and I'm one of the keepers here. More importantly, next to me here is Phoenix and Margie. They're some snacks here in the bucket, but she has to wait till the end of the show. She hasn't figured that out yet. So Phoenix is still rocking a bit of a mohawk. He hasn't got his full mane yet. You'll have to bear with me, the speaker being all the way down the other end. Phoenix doesn't like it. We do everything he wants. And Margie, being really 2 years old, still learning. And if you have a nice look, you'll notice on her back legs, some on her forehead as well. They've still got the spots from when they were cubs. They've still got a little bit of growing to do. However, I'll say that Phoenix is already 250 kilos. Margie's at that 80-90 mark, so they're big cats. Now next door we have Pooh and Nala. They're
that beautiful white colouring, and if they ever open their eyes and get up, they have beautiful blue eyes as well. Big cats can sleep for about 20 hours a day, and at the moment, will definitely prove that fact to be true, especially on a hot day. COVID, being 7 years old next door, would be coming to the end of his life in the wild. The males generally only live for about 8 to 10 years old until a younger male line, such as this, would come and try and take over the pride. So the males are in charge of the pride. They are to protect their ladies and their cubs. So if another male line were to challenge them, so Phoenix would be at the and the other would get turned down in the pride, unfortunately. And due to the injuries being so bad, probably wouldn't last much longer out in the harsh conditions of the wild. However, saying that in captivity, they can behind those cubs. Now the females would much rather go for something a little bit smaller and easier to take back to their pride for a feast, so they would definitely go for some small or younger animals. If they did want to take on a giraffe, they would, if they had the energy. Our largest female giraffe weighs 650 kilos, so even for a lion, a kid for a giraffe would be quite fatal, so they would prefer to go the easier option. Prey back a kilometre or so back to the pride. So definitely would rather go for a lighter option. Now, they are known for hunting, however only 1 out of 10 hunts is actually successful. So they don't really do it every single day. They would much prefer to be just for once a week or once a week. So they just get a pretty decent size animal. They would just gorge themselves and eat as much as they can until they're really full. And then they would just lay in the sun and digest it for the next couple of days. And that way they don't have to use that energy over the day and those cubs. The female can only reproduce once she's finished raising the young, and he wants to spread his genetics pretty quickly, so he actually get rid of all the cubs from the previous which is pretty rough. Now I'll give them some snafu, bring our cats inside at night time, just so that we can have a look at them and give them any medications if needed, and also any wet food there that's in food, bring them inside for that, and they get separated well again as well, because they're a bit naughty. So they get a little bit pushy. Marty, she's the boss. She will learn in a little while that she indeed is not the boss. She is, but for now she likes to think she is. Now we're waiting for all 4 paws to be on the ground. Nice. Now they have retractable claws just like your house cats. Sometimes they can get stuck on the mesh. So we're just training them that all 4 paws need to be on the ground before we can get a reward. So if you see me hanging back on a piece of meat, that's why I'm just waiting for a feed to be on the ground. Are you going to let me come on? When the tongue comes out, you see it's nice and long. They actually have 2 centimetre spurs on their tongue, so it's really rough. It's like sandpaper, and that's so that they can clean the skin off meat really easily for food, and also get dirt or even the meat off
How? I need.
And the reason that we always do our females and our males is actually messes with their testosterone levels. They can lose their whole leg, which is not ideal.
No, Papa.
We're going to see them on the way out. He can't bother to be messed with her. He knows that he gets fed every day, so.
What about the other one? You got the.
No. Just these guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's COVID.
Oh, okay. So let's go see the other one. What's up?
Is it finished?
Dad, the what?
Raya, the bird. The one stick. You wanna go? Look, a horse with pajamas. Hot.
That horse don't sound. That would
Come.
Yeah, what's this? Not three. That one is
I thought that was Mono about to dive down on me because he does do that. No, this car ready for them to throw themselves around. Coco is... and she lets someone know when she needs a hand. You're going to come and use your tail for me? Come up here. Yeah. No. Yeah, can you finish eating that? Because that's boring. You're going to cut peanut. You got to come over here and do it. No. Can you use your tail? Of course you're being difficult today. Excuse me. Come on, hang your tail. Come on, hang your tail. But yeah, every other day of the week, when I don't ask him to do it, he does it. Yeah, hang your tail all the way. There you go. Just like that. That's about as good as you get. I do have to watch myself because he does use this toy here as a swinging rope, but the way that he swings, he often ends up taking me out. So I do have to be very careful with that one. Underneath of their tail, as they do on their hands and their feet. So it's not quite like a dog's paw pad where it's got that kind of rough texture. It is a really, like I say, Coco's still learning how to use her tail. So it's like us learning how to walk. We don't just wake up one day and know how to do it. We have to watch the adults do it and then work it out ourselves. Now we have a couple more ladies on the island. We'll go with this beautiful lady next because she's coming close enough. Big stretch, reach out, here you go. This is Cara. Cara is your only black coloured monkey. Now you will have seen, can you eat that peanut first? Don't come and harass me for another one. You eat that one first. Then you can have another. No, you can't bully me into this. Okay. You will have noticed Coco is kind of a mix of two colours. She's got the black arms, head and legs, but she's got this golden going on around her torso. Spider monkey babies are actually born completely black. Their skin is black, so if you look under any adult spider monkey's skin, you'll notice they're completely black skinned. And then the first layer of fluff, as I like to call it, is black as well. It's not until about 6 months of age they start going on there as well. Now we have two more ladies. Betty, come here a second. You want this? Yeah. This is Auntie Betty. I won't make her walk as far. There you go. Thank you. She does take the auntie role in this group. She's our other breeding female, so she came to us from New Zealand like Betty at the same time for the purpose of breeding all the same. She had a baby that was born a couple of days after Mono was born, but unfortunately she lost her baby at about 6 months. These guys in the wild are treetop or canopy monkeys, so you can imagine giving birth to your children and then having them learn to climb up so high. There is the risk that they're going to fall. It does happen in captivity as well, so unfortunately in a freak accident her baby fell and did not make it. That didn't stop her. She then took on full auntie duties for Mono, which is probably why he's so spoiled. He worked out pretty quick that Betty was still producing milk, so he had two mums to drink milk off of and push around when he got bigger, so very, very spoiled. Now with Coco, Betty does still take on the auntie role, so she's She's deciding to take the back seat back here. Excuse me, Hannah. You're not Hannah. Betty, don't be a meanie. She's our lovely old lady. She does sometimes take a bit of coaxing to come out, and she does only ever come out as far as the hut. She is our eldest, so you will understand that she probably doesn't want to be involved in the hustle and bustle of snacks.
She's our eldest, so she's 38 years old. We do have our other 3 elder girls are between 18 and 20, so we've got a bit of an older group going on here, but 38 is not unheard of. They can live 30 to 40 years in the wild. So she is getting on in age. She's starting to show her age, hello, but she doesn't really like to talk much about the bald spot that's currently forming on the top of her head. Hi, how you doing? You're a bit cute. Don't get me in trouble though. If Betty comes and gets me in trouble, I won't be happy. Okay. So she, like I said, she's very laid back, she's very cruisy. Hannah and I have a bit of an interesting relationship where she either wants to know me or she doesn't. She is very much a monkey that likes the one keeper, and so the other primate keeper that's been with her since she came to this park is her favourite, and there is no changing that. So some days she wants to know me, other days she looks at me funny. But that's just how she is. Now, if you can take a look at Coco's hands there, don't you bite me though. Yeah. You'll notice that they kind of break the pivotal rule of being a primate, don't you bite me. So you have to remember that we as humans are primates as well. A lot of us forget that we come from what you call hook-like fingers, so they're a little bit longer than our fingers, so they can hook on and grab everything. Hannah's showing us in true form just how she likes to hold food in her tail and harbors it so nobody else can steal it on her. But in hindsight, if you've got a cool tail to swing off of, you don't particularly need 2 opposable thumbs, do you? When you take a look at their feet, which is a really hard one to show you unless Mono's really in the mood. Mono, are you in the mood to come and do this again? Nope. Don't ignore me. I love that. They have fingers there. Don't you bite me, I'm watching you. So it really does look like our hands on their feet. So it is really, really bizarre to watch them as they move about and seeing their feet. They're probably going to be sitting in the shade for the most part of the day. Coco and Mono will play about doing baby things. They do play together sometimes. We are aware that Mono plays very rough and that monkey play in itself is very rough. But Coco does know how to call out for help if she doesn't feel like she wants to continue. But other than that, guys, I will come out and around the front for you if you have any questions. But there is one more keeper show today, and it is your 12:30 koala show. Head down towards the other end of the zoo, between the kangaroo walkthrough and the farmyard. You'll see a koala exhibit down there. The keeper will be there for you at 12:30 to tell you a little bit about our koalas at the park. But other than that, guys, thanks for joining me out here today and bearing with me and my monkeys that are a little bit too hot for their own good. But like I said, if you have any questions, I'll come out and around the front. But other than that, guys, please enjoy the rest of your day here with us at Hunt Valley Wildlife Park, guys, and thank you for joining me. Thanks, guys. It's gonna be bye.
Bye. Hey, how many cats?
See? Okay.
Koala keepers, and I'm going to talk about the koalas a bit today. So we've got 5 here at the park. We've got 1 male and the rest are females. So koalas are generally just found here in Australia. They're pretty cool and endemic to just this island. So you'll find them along the east coast of Australia. Generally, they are solitary animals. You will find them by themselves, but sometimes if you do find them together, it's going to be generally in mating season. So mating season's July all the way through to September. So in that time, these guys make a really funny sound. It's called a bellow. Both males and females make it. It's a really low rumbling sound, and it's basically just to let each other know that they're in estrus and ready to mate and make a baby. Once they make a baby, the mum is only pregnant for 35 days, so really, really short gestation period. So once the baby is born, he'll come out of the kawaka, climb all the way up into the pouch. The joey is the size of a jelly bean when it is born, so less than a gram. Has closed eyes, no ears, and just 2 little forearms and some little claws to help make its way up into the pouch. Once it's inside of the pouch, he's going to spend about 5.5 months, and then his first meal is going to be something really, really gross. It's mum's poo. It's called pap, but it's a special poo. So it's her poo mixed in with her milk to help the joey transition onto the eucalyptus leaf, because it is such a fibrous diet. These guys need the help, that help from mum's gut bacteria, basically. So a lot of people do say that these guys are high on leaf or whatnot. You'll hear that. They do sleep a lot. They sleep 18 to 20 hours a day, but it's basically due to their fibrous diet that has next to nothing in it. Gives them really no energy, so they do next to nothing but eat. So we do have hopefully a joey along the way. We just mated our koalas. Kenny, who's at the back, I think he's up quite high. Up the back, yes, up high. So we're hoping that we'll have a joey pop out within the next 5 months, an arm or 2. They'll start showing about 6 months, an arm will pop out of the pouch, and then about a month or 2 later you'll end up with a joey out on mum's back, but still feeding milk for about a year and a half. So males sexually mature at about 2, females a little bit longer, so the girls will stay with mum a little bit longer. Boys will go off and find their own territory and make basically their own babies. Has anybody got any questions about koalas at all?
Can we go to the...
No?
Mom,
Yeah, normally just the one. It's very rare. They do have some teeth, but it's basically a bug. Koalas get up to about 15 in captivity. So our oldest female is 11, which is Bree, who's up the top there near the lorikeets. And then our 2 youngest ones that we've got here today in this enclosure is small, she's 2.5. And then Kenny, that's up the back, is actually a little bit younger than we were. Being a male, he is a whole lot larger. And males also have a scent gland on their chest, so they'll go around in the mating season and rub their scent gland all over the perches to let the girls know that it's the place that they're about, basically. What was that,
Kami siapa?
Yeah, your feet are wet.
Yep, could be anything.
You get to this part in your life and you go, I don't want to know. Right. We eat on the ground today because it's too hot to get high.
Washing is great.
The biggest fail of my life. Oh, don't get mad at me. I'm mad that the pumpkin's so smushy that it just smushed my fingers.
The delivery.
Are you carrying on or can I leave? Okay, thank you.